Welcome to The Better Life with Dr. Ann Pinkston. Join Dr. Pinkston today as she teaches you how an integrative approach to health, combining holistic and contemporary medical information, can lead you to the better life. And now, here's your host, Dr. Ann Pinkston.
Hello, everybody. I am Dr. Ann Pinkston, and welcome to The Better Life with Dr. Pinkston. And it's always a pleasure to have you in. I am always trying to bring something kind of new and inventive to you. And I think Ray Solano is usually at the center of that, new and inventive. And so Ray is with PD Labs up in Cedar Park, Texas, has been a supporter and a sponsor of me for many years now. Now, I don't even have to say a year. It's just many years now. It's been a while, but I appreciate that always. But I know when it comes to compounding, you always are on that cutting edge. And I think now the transdermal area is coming into play. You did some lipophilic type lipotabs and lipophilic, absorption and some great stuff there. But now we're moving into stuff that goes through the skin. So fill me in, Ray. First of all, how are you? Good morning.
Yeah, I'm doing well. And, we always have the little technology gurus and geranimals, and hopefully we can keep them away for the show, but we'll press forward. But I just wanted to, one of the things that we wanted to go over today is this area of peptides is such a explosive area. And when you have new technologies, just think about in the area of medicine over the centuries, that you have a lot of misinformation and you have a lot of promises and a lot of, cure-alls for this. And unfortunately, once all that stuff gets out of the way, then the facts start to boil out. And so when we get to, I hate to say the word get to the science, but we do get to the science, and we get the people that should not be in this area of medicine, they go on to something else. Yes. Because there's just an awful lot of black market, so to speak, in this space. So, but it's going to be fast forward into more traditional medicine with evidence-based and backed by standardization. So people they need to connect with you and people like ourselves to stay with mainstream. And so that's what we do. And in the meantime, what we're expanding on is new delivery methods. And when we say new delivery methods, it's just different ways to get these medicines into the body to get absorbed. And that's the biggest thing is, how do we get them into absorb? And that's where kind of the magic comes into it. So, and it's not black magic; it's actually science. But we try things and see if it works. And guess what? We can do it. People are not made to make. Nobody wants to do 15 injections a day. So we decided to figure out a way you could do it topically. Okay. Nice. So I started my day today and I put on my magic cream. It's almost, I call it almost like Superman lotion, MOTC, Transdermal. And so it upregulates mitochondria, and all of a sudden you start to feel warm and you go, okay, lights are on. So that's pretty exciting. And didn't have to do an injection. So really we're taking these peptides and MOTC is. We're making them. Right. We're taking these peptides, making them transdermal, and we're super excited about them. We just want the regulatory agencies to catch up with us.
Finally, yes. And it looks like they're going to. We're just slowly kind of waiting for that transition to occur. But yeah, we'll get there. We will get there.
We're not restricting it. We're just weaving it through.
Exactly. And this allows you to do some things with peptides. Since we are waiting, it doesn't mean that you can't get them. And I think you mentioned it earlier, the black market, where, if I put in, say, MOTC or BPC 157 or whatnot, a load of peptide infomercials come up and tell me to buy here and buy there. You can find it. But what's the danger? What is the danger in ordering peptides now as we see it on the internet?
Well, you just don't know where it's coming from. These are medicines. They're getting absorbed. There are amino acids that are connected together to make these peptides. And so they're synthesized, and they can't be symbolized, but they have to be assembled, so to speak. Well, you got to make sure that you're dealing with some unique chemicals and some solvents to make these peptides. So you got to make sure you extract all the solvents, the things that they shouldn't be, and you have a quality product. Because if I can just divert for a second, moonshine is whiskey, right?
Sure.
Whiskey's not moonshine.
This is true. Thank you.
So we got a lot of people making moonshine peptides out there, okay? But it's not Jack Daniels.
Very. Actually, that is the perfect metaphor. Right. It is the perfect metaphor right there. Thank you. For analogy.
That's right. So that just popped in my head. I think that says it all. I think it does. It does. So we want to make sure we get quality products and to make sure you get the exact effect you want. And that's what we do. Right. There's still some work to be done on the quality because these things are not official drugs, but they will be in a year. But in the meantime, we're about 99.9% there. How's that?
That is great and great news. And so in the transdermal world then, now that we know we can do this, and so I think I have looked at in the past, vitamin patches, and we use hormones and things like that already, transdermally and have become very proficient at that. But I look at, some of the supplement world and they try to do things with vitamins and whatnot transdermally. And that has been something that I've tried to deter, patients from doing. I don't think the science was completely there. And so why now? Why is this completely different? And why is this finally available to people?
Well, there's a science to be able to get drugs across the stratus corneum, the first layer of skin, to be able to transport down into the bloodstream. And so that is a specialty in itself. So you have to have the right amount of combination of chemicals and that actually does not denature the drug, but it gets absorbed. Like, for instance, all of us know about DMSO, right? DMSO, you can put it on the skin and you'll taste garlic in about, 2 minutes? That's how fast it gets absorbed. Right. But the point is you can do it, but you have to not. If you mix it with a drug, it can't be irritating. It can't break it apart, metabolize it into something else. So it's a science in itself. So we teamed with a manufacturer that paired this special transdermal base with the peptides, that it doesn't break it apart because they're fragile, and it still gets the effects and stability at the same time. So it's it really is a miracle that actually we're able to uncover this. So we can, the big part of it is that it gets absorbed so fast that we have to back it down the concentrations. So we're really excited, but so we got to make sure that we don't put drugs that could cause a complicated medical situation. So so that's the thing is in the right hands. It's going to be a prescription by itself. So we definitely need practitioners like yourself to get trained, because some of these are unbelievable. I mean, transdermal BPC 157 that can get rid of inflammation. I've seen it in my own eyes in a couple of hours. And so you don't have to take the steroids. You don't have to take the NSAIDs. It signals the body to heal. So there's some very foundational peptides that are going to change science. They're going to change medicine. And, you just went through the course. It's a whole different classification of drugs. I don't know, there's probably 50 to 100 of them that we know of right now. So that what it's going to do is make some of the other drugs obsolete. Yes. So change is difficult for many people.
It is, and probably the reason why it hasn't been so readily available, and then put aside by the FDA, because it will interfere with the pharma world, and we know that. But so, what peptides then are available now? We know what's hopefully coming in the future, and we're counting on it. But what peptides are available now, and what do they do?
Well, we've got, we're going to launch with the ones that are very simple. The MOTC, which is upregulates mitochondria, makes many mitochondria have to be replicated and have to do often. So if you can upregulate replication of mitochondria, you'll increase energy and slow the aging process. So that's one of them that we're really excited with, because everybody who doesn't want more energy, right? The other one is
for the right reasons. So I apologize, but for the right reasons. Yeah.
So you want energy, and then you want to sleep at the same time. So we have one for sleeping, and DSIP for sleep. So
love that one.
So that works as well. So we can get them to sleep. And then the other one is if they're in pain. Who's not in pain? Who doesn't have a tendon or an area of muscles that are inflamed? So we have something that's where the BPC 157, maybe in combination, it has the body heal and stop the inflammation. So that's the other one that it's easy to, because the safety is, we got 20 years of experience with that. So that's another.
The technology gremlin kind of ate the third one that you mentioned there. I know you mentioned BPC 157 combo, but the technology gremlin stopped us there, paused for a moment. So I didn't hear the third one that you mentioned.
We got DSIP, we got BPC 157, and we've got MOTC.
Got it.
And then the CJC Ipamorelin, which we use for increasing growth hormone signaling. So signaling the body to upregulate its growth hormone. So that's one that we are looking forward to. CJC Ipamorelin, transdermally. So those are the ones that we really are getting started with right now. And Kispeptin, you're familiar with Kispeptin as well, in that same pathway, slow the aging process.
Yes. No, those are excellent ones. That CJC Ipamorelin is one of my favorites.
We back?
I know years ago. Yeah, we are back. So years ago, that CJC Ipamorelin was one of my favorites during the pandemic. I, was at home more because couldn't go into the office, did a lot of telemedicine, and things eased back a little bit. So I concentrated on my weight loss and my training and all of that. And I tell you what, I never slept better. I was able to build muscle and lean out and do it appropriately, eating appropriately, sleeping well, and exercising and doing my workout and all. And that CJC was beautiful. And what I love about it, because a lot of people will do growth hormone. And that can be a dangerous thing. There are good situations for it. There are some great medical situations for it. You do need to be supervised by a physician for it. What CJC and Ipamorelin will do with growth hormone is help your body make its own. You never lose your ability to make it. You just slow how much you make. But this will bring back your own body's kind of pulsatile effect, very authentic to the way the body, produces and uses growth hormone. And so absolutely a wonderful deal. We're hoping it'll come back as, the peptides slowly do. But if you can do that transdermally, that's amazing. So love that. One of my favorites.
Well, and the other is Semaglutide. Semaglutide is an FDA-approved drug. It's an FDA-approved drug. We have it in LPT chewable tablets. And we'll also be able to do it topically as well. So that gets rid of senescent cells and upregulates growth hormone levels and can also make a big difference in improving sleep patterns. So that's another one. But I want to throw out an idea here for your listeners. You ready?
Okay, let's do it. I love it when you do this.
How about we do the semaglutide topically?
Okay. Wow.
In theory, that was a 40 amino acid. It's an FDA-approved drug. Peptide transdermally. Most people, so we feel that we would like to try this. So some of your patients that are listening to the show, contact you, and let's start the investigation process. How's that? We got the formula for it. We just need
very good. We could do
test subjects. It's not an injection. It's not a commercial copy. So we can weave through the legal framework. It's just, but we need some good data, and I think it'll work. I think it'll work well.
And that's actually, I think it will. And I think people will much prefer that to using a shot. And so absolutely, I think that would be wonderful.
Right.
And so why is semaglutide and tirzepatide a shot? It's a peptide, much like the others. We do BPC by mouth. We do other things, but why is it mainly a shot?
Well, it's because they haven't stabilized the peptide to survive the stomach acid, so they had to change it and morph it. Correct. We figured out a way to bypass it, but the molecule is. There's some legal rules for making commercial copies, but nobody's made a topical transdermal yet. So I think you and I can come up with something very unique. Because there's a thing called food noise, and it's not for weight loss, but if people can get past all those commercials for hamburgers and pizzas. And I mean, that your body actually thinks you're eating those things. And I think there's an insulin rise from that. So guess what? I think you're seeing the metabolic changes of eating it, and you're not even eating it. So
not even
I think that food noise, we can quiet that down.
We can. And so people will say, I just looked at something and I gain weight, and that there's truth to that exactly as you say.
I think you're absolutely right.
Get that. Yeah. So
right.
I think
if we put it on topically, I think we can get around it. What do you think?
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Of course. And that would be wonderful. Are there any other vitamins or anything that you do topically? And again, I mentioned the hormones earlier.
We've done the B6, B12 folic acid for 15 years. Yes. We were the first ones that developed that especially for the autism community, increased methylation of the B vitamins. So there's B6, B12 folic acid topically. We had one of the doctors. We put some vitamin D3 in there, but we could do that. Nice. Unfortunately, it's not an inexpensive process, and some people may not feel that it's just a vitamin, but no, it gets absorbed quickly. So we've done that technology before. So, feel free to to dust off some unique formulas. And that's what's so great about working with a compounding pharmacy in partnership with a physician. We look at the patient and we say, well, what do they need? And then we come to the treasurer, open up the chemistry closet and say, how about this? And then we try to figure out how to put it together. How's it?
Absolutely. Well said. And that's great. Well, you think about children, a lot of children don't want to swallow or can't swallow anything yet and have difficulty. And so if you can do something topically, that's magic.
Yes.
And speaking of technology.
So I think they just have to give you a call, and because you still do telemedicine. And,
I do. Yes.
There you go.
We do the weight loss with folks, and so and a lot of longevity. The immune and all those issues. So we've touched on a lot of things that people have difficulty with. So sleep and energy and pain, inflammation. Trying to lose weight and build muscle and all these things. I mean, you've hit every category that people are looking for to improve, and that is not a bad thing. So wonderful. I appreciate that. And I know everybody else does too. So where can people find you, Ray?
Well, check out our website. We got a very resourceful website, pdlabsrx.com. That's pdlabsrx.com. You can always call us at 888-909-0110. That's 888-909-0110. And we got a brand new onboarding center, customer service center, that we're going to have staff with a clinical pharmacist and trained practitioners that can answer questions, review these protocols. Some of these things require a lot more assistance. Yes. So we're not going to have AI agents do all the work. We're going to have people. So we're going to double down on new facilities. Should be opening up here next month.
That is fantastic. Always growing, always staying on the cutting edge and always solving problems, but always staying human in that, you can call, you can reach an actual person, and it's wonderful. So we appreciate you doing that. Absolutely. And I must mention too, while we're going to take that technological little gremlin break, but go ahead.
Go. The website's pdlabsrx.com.
Very good. Thank you. And so you can find, and we have 100 shows out there at least now, I know. So you can go check out all the previous shows at drpbetterlife.com. And you can bet that they are there and represented on the website all over the place. And so if you can't remember that website, then just go to mine, drpbetterlife.com. You can find our previous shows and all the links to Ray and PD Labs. And we appreciate it. Anything that we left out this morning, Ray?
Well, I think one of the things that when this airs, this will be in May, we are giving away to all of our mothers a free bottle of Skin Lasting for dry skin. It's our annual give back to all the mothers. Skin Lasting that fixes dry skin. It's urea, lactic acid, looks like water. It sprays on. You don't have to rub it in, no greasing, and it lasts forever. But we're giving away a free bottle with all your prescriptions. So it's a $39 value, so take advantage of it.
Absolutely. Speaking of dermal therapies, that is another great one. And besides that, your skin line. And we did a show on that with your skin. I love the stuff. I mean, I feel 10 years younger, and I've only been using it about 2 months. I love it.
It upregulates collagen production, gets rid of wrinkles. I've been using it for 15 years.
And I thought you were 29, but you had us all fooled with your concoctions.
We're just, you got to take care of your skin. We don't want oxidation. You're getting bombarded all the time with sun pollutants. So the skin that's exposed, you have to really work at it every day.
Yeah. I would love to, and I need to make a note for myself to put up a before and after, honestly, that I did. I had a huge patch of, darkness and skin change on the right side of my neck here. And I seriously used it for just a couple of weeks, and that just disappeared. It was unbelievable. So this is real life magic. I loved it. So yeah, this really does truly work. It's amazing. We are gremlined out today, I think, Ray. Bless your heart. So we are, again, pdlabsrx.com and drp.com. So take a look there. Some free skin lasting with your prescriptions in May.
That's right.
Happy Mother's Day.
You can't beat
Love that.
Mother's Day. That's a great promotion, I think.
Absolutely. And then we'll be doing some studies here on some transdermal semaglutide. That's going to be fun. So give us a call for that. And a great review of some peptides and your new technology. And Ray, thank you very, very much. I hope everybody's doing well there. Give my hellos. Yeah.
Well, and I have to come visit you in Montana. I can't wait.
Oh, would you?
It's when it's 105 here, I'm going to be calling you.
Yeah, absolutely, because it's still 60. I love it. Awesome. All right. Well, happy Mother's Day to all of your wife and everybody out there. And thank you very much. We will see you in about a month. And everybody, please take care of each other and have a great week.
All right. Take care. All right. Bye.
Hi, You've been enjoying The Better Life with Dr. Mary Ann Pinkston. For more information, go to drpthebetterlife.com. That's drpthebetterlife.com. And listen next week for The Better Life with Dr. Pinkston.